Mr. Benny Abbasi!
Let me bring this microphone in a little bit more. I forgot to do it before. Hey, look at this. Damn. What I need to do is do what Ronnie did to his mic stand, cut the legs so they're smaller. He did that so we can twirl the stand and, maneuver it and all that. And I told someone that's secret. That's a lead singer, actually, and they thought Ronnie got that made special, but it's not. It's a hacksaw. Boom, 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 and you cut the leg shorter, so you got a lighter stand, and you're able to twirl it if that's what you're into doing. And I'm not into twirling the mic stand, but to get it in with all this mess here. All right, so hello everybody. Thank you for tuning back in with me, and I'm back off the road again with Last in Line. I must tell you that I'm a bit tired now. Jeez. We did last weekend. We did 4 shows. Then I came home. Then I had 2 full days off. One of them was doing this. I had to prepare for this for hours before. For you guys, I got to fix this because I want it to be right. I dropped that a little bit. How about that? It'll kill your hands. Yeah, this takes a while to do this. I do a sound check, and I'm tired. And the funny thing is, when you play all the time, when you get pro and you're busy, and I'm fortunate to be busy. I love playing. Like I'm in here before I got to practice a little bit. Last gig was on Saturday, so I need to warm up a little bit. And I'm like tired. I'd go, man, I'd rather go take a nap. But soon as it's showtime, whether it's here or live, the adrenaline kicks in. Before I was doing this, I was thinking, I could take a good nap. Then it's showtime. That's new. I like that. Can you guys remember that for me? Never did that before. You know what that is? That's a rough triplet. Here's a fast, right? So that's a rough triplet. 1 and the 2, 1 and the 2, 1 and the 2. And I'm just placing my hands in this position. Right hand on the floor tom, left hand on the snare. Like this. 1 and the 2, 1 and the 2. So what I do, listen to all that rattle, I love it. It's because my snares are loose. I like the snares very loose. So 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2, but you tighten them up. See? That's a horn. There's too many rights in there. Too many rights. So that's it fast. Slow. Right, left, right foot. And it's the same kind of rough triplet idea. The old, you can call it a Bonham thing or Max Roach. See, that's right, left, right foot. The other one was right, left, right foot. And that's 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2. It's got to be played in that rhythm. 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2. That's a rough triplet. That's both of them. Ah, shit. Love that. See, they're different sounds. So you would play, like I think of these kind of licks, what fits the song I'm playing. You know, maybe this one, you know. Maybe that fits better than... that. I'm sure I'm going to forget it. But the other, actually, I won't forget it. It's pretty easy. The other thing is you got to make the face. You can't go. Doesn't look good. You go. Another thing is also that's with the rim shot. And this, I like it without the rim shot. See, they sound different. Here's with the rim shot. Watch it. It's putting the accent in a different place. That's without the rim shot. I saw a video of Buddy Rich a couple of days ago, and I mean, he's just the best. There's guys that play amazing, way faster than me, and I don't know if they're louder than me live, but they're incredible. But Buddy Rich was just the heart of it all, you know. And he did this thing. It's so fast. It was like I think it was 5 notes. All I saw his hand go like so fast, but I can't figure out where the 5th note went. 1, 2, 3, 4. Had to be 2 on the bass drum. That was so fast, it was crazy. I got to find that video because I lost it. You know, on Facebook, you see something on there and then you don't check it. You want to save it, but then you didn't have time, whatever, and then you come back and where'd it go? It's all over the place. It's crazy. So we had a great show, Last in Line, and we came back from, what we do, Portage, Missouri. No, yeah, we did that. We did Missouri, we did St. Charles, Illinois, and we did How Soon They Forget. I don't even know what the other one was. But they were all good. They were all great. And the reason why I'm tired is because we fly in, and then we get, one night's sleep. That's it. Then the following nights are getting up at 7 in the morning and slopping down some breakfast. They have these breakfast bars, which sometimes it's really bad, like powdered eggs and stuff. And powdered eggs sounds like this. Whereas if they had real eggs, it would be like this. Powdered eggs. Real eggs. Well, how about brown eggs? How about grass-fed? No, I'm kidding. So we get up at breakfast, then we drive 360 miles because we're all in like a Sprinter van, and we got to get there when Mark Weber, our we call him Supermarket, because he's a one-man crew and he does everything and he does it unbelievable. He's unbelievable. If he's watching, thank you, Mark. Take a bow. Nobody can see you anyway, but take a bow anyway. So we go, and so those drives are long, like 7 hours, and then we always make about 20 minutes in there for a Starbucks stop because Vivian loves Starbucks. So does La La Lollipop. So we stop there. That's where we get the coffee. I don't particularly care for it. It's too strong for me. I love coffee, but for some reason that stuff is just really strong. Matter of fact, I must have like 4 pounds of coffee in the kitchen. It's like went to store and they had a new coffee. I had to try that. And then Carmine's girlfriend, she's a Leslie too. We both had Leslie's. She spells it with an S. I spell it with a Z. She joined me into the coffee club, which sends you a 12-ounce bag of coffee every 3 weeks. So it's like, whoa. I'm stocked up with coffee. I didn't even have any coffee here. It was just you guys woke me up. So anyway, the last show is Ron Onesti. If you know Ron, he's on the Hangin' Bangin' show with Carmine and I. He's the host, and he owns the Akata Theater in St. Charles. Beautiful place, and they're redoing the whole thing, and it's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's not finished yet, but it's going to be amazing. So we had a lot of people there. It was about, 600 people there. So I always tease Ron about his shirts he wears because when he has somebody, from a band on, he gets an 8x10 printout and prints it out on the sticker and he sticks it on his black shirt. And I look at it and go, man, that looks cheap. Sorry about that. So I kept making fun of him. So he's there, and he says, let's go out on stage and do a promo for the show. The show's on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hangin' and Bangin', it's called. And he's got a giant screen behind the drums, so we face the screen back to the audience, and we did the commercial. And then when I turned around, everybody in the place, well, first of all, when I arrived, I noticed some of the road crew had this on their shirts. Vinny, right? This is a sticker. It's cool. So I'm looking, I go, where'd he get that shirt? Then I look, I go in, everybody's wearing the shirt. This is like, oh no, this is a joke on Vinny. Okay. And then he whispered something about, wait till later. So later on, right before we go on, the place is full, and we go do this commercial thing. Then I turn around, and the whole audience has it on their face or on their shirt. There was about 600 Vinnies in the audience. And you know what? It was really strange to see that. Not because it was me. It was just the same face. And it was me. I'm like, what happened here? It's pretty crazy. So... So he did that. That was his final thing. So maybe Thursday, I got to think of something good to get him back, So. So that song you heard was Kill Devil Hill, Hangman it's called. The Dewey Bragg on vocals, Rex Brown from Pantera on bass. Really an amazing bass sound on that record. It's a great record. Check it out. We did 2 records, you know, and I must have made $39 from those records too. I'll check into that. So, but when you're playing, you know, even at a slow tempo, like that was kind of slow on some of the verses as a halftime. But if when you do fills, they have to be in the pocket. You know, they have to be right in the pocket. So shouldn't be rushing, shouldn't do anything. Even if you're playing 16th notes against this kind of triplet feel like this. Right? See? I leave a hole there and I come back in, but you don't want to rush. So you just want to keep everything nice and steady, and that's my whole thing is playing steady with everything. And then even there's another like dynamic thing as well. So let's see. Let's talk about the drums real quick. They're still on sale. Go on to the sawtoothworld.com or onto the Chromacast app. See, Sawtooth. This is Chromacast. They make all the hardware. And for pedal, stands, and seat. And then Sawtooth makes the shells and the drums. This is a great sounding kit. And this is a really great priced kit. It's like $600 or something, give or take a few $1,000s. No, I'm kidding. But I use this on the road with Last in Line. And my bass drum on the East Coast has 2 skins on it. There's no hole for the microphone. Mark Weber, my tech, he put a strap in the middle of the inside of the drum with this little bitty mic. I have no idea what this mic is, and that's what mics the drum, and it sounds huge. And on this side, the batter side, I put Gorilla Tape strips around it because there's nothing in there. There's no muffling. There's nothing. So I don't need a mic to lay on the pillow because that mic's in there. And maybe they'll mic the front head, you know, as such. And the Gorilla Tape kills some of the rings because it's too wide open. It's going to hum all over the place. Because I don't like gates. Reason why I don't like gates, if you don't know what a gate is, you hit it, and the gate closes the sound, so it doesn't ring like that. You know, like in Chicago, I was able to play with no gates. Some of the other places, you hit it, it starts feedbacking out of control. So that's what the tape does. It deadens it a little bit, you know. And the opening band was a young band, pretty young, and the drummer came over and said, "Man, I never heard that John Bonham live sound like that. Wow, what is that? What do you?" It says just 2 heads, you know, nothing inside, some deadening on the skin with the tape, you know. So and this setup has just got the hole, but it's still got that 2-headed sound. The note lasts a long time. You see, and the snares are rattling. I tried to do it. But that's how I get these sounds, you know, and then I experiment. At a couple of shows, I took the head off. It was a different kit. So this is a great sounding kit. This is alder wood, and I think it's 6-ply. Evan G2 heads, and they're on sale. Check them out online, and it's a great kit. This is a 12, 13, 18. I think the kit comes with a 16, and a 24x14 bass drum. And we have La La Lollipop in the house. Hello.
Hello.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
And you know what's happening now? I mean, this is cool. Everybody's watching. Well, not everybody, but just a couple of million viewers on this show. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot. And That's why I don't teach the whole time. And this is the 16th. No, there's people that are not drummers. They're gonna go. Girls are gonna watch. They're gonna go. Unless they play drums, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so kind of make it interesting. Tell stories, and this, that. Ask questions. Play. Teach a little bit. Play some music, and so Lala Lollipop's been on the show. Now she's getting recognized in at the venues. They're going, "You're Lala! Oh my God, you're Lala Lollipop!" I went, "Oh shit! Wow, we're gonna have to make Lala Lollipop shirts soon, right?"
Yes, I think we are going to, maybe.
Yeah, T-shirts and stuff. And this T-shirt actually, this is one of my favorite places on earth. This is the Whaley Mansion in Old Town San Diego. You can see it. And this is one of America's most haunted houses. And we always fly into San Diego Airport. And usually bop around Old Town for a while. I go check this out. I've been on the tour 2 or 3 times. And it's supposed to be haunted, I just one time went in there and I saw this apparition of this little kid playing a drum, snare drum, like from the 1700s or something, And then he went into Neon Nights. I went, holy crap, this is too scary. So I didn't go anymore. But I love hanging around, walking around there and seeing at night if there's any movement inside. Whatever. So they finally got shirts. So I got a shirt. They didn't put the most haunted house on here either. So, but I like the shirt. So anyway, we're going to take some questions here from Lala Lollipop. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to say, you know what? My niece got married over the weekend, and I was gone. This is when you become a musician. This is what they mean when you got to be dedicated to this and passion and all this stuff. And sometimes your family suffers. I don't have kids, so I didn't miss all that stuff. But I missed my niece's wedding, and then 2 weeks from that wedding was another wedding of Carmine's daughters get married. And guess who's not going to be there for that one either? But Lollipop's going to be there. So maybe you could take one of these stickers and put it on your shirt.
I'll put it on a stick and carry it with me.
Put it on a stick.
With a
Penny's
suit
here.
on. We'll put it in a suit.
Yeah.
Get a mannequin and put the head on it.
But the funny thing with the wedding is, I had a video up on my Facebook here of my little nephew. He's 3 years old, Mateo. And I was playing slow. And he starts dancing. And he's dancing, he's going crazy. I go, you want to go faster? He goes, yeah. And he just went bananas. So his favorite song is Holy Diver. He's 3.5 years old. So they had to play Holy Diver at the wedding. And he got up and he started rocking out with it, That's so funny. I wish I was there. That would have been great. But he's rocking Mateo. Okay, let's take some questions.
Okay. What are your cymbal sizes? Are they thin, heavy crashes?
These are sizes 18. This is a medium crash AA Sabian. They're all AA Sabians. This is a 20 medium ride. They're all mediums. And they're pretty heavy. Listen. Got a warm sound because they're thick. I don't know how well you could hear it on there, especially with me talking over it. But and the hi-hats are medium hi-hats, 14 inch. These cymbals, they take a beating. I haven't broken one of these yet, and I'm beating the hell out of them live with the band. And we play loud. Viv uses 2 cabinets on stage. Phil's got an what is it? ST, whatever. I'm tired. And then Ampeg. And Andy's got in-ears, thank goodness, because it's loud on stage. And these things cut over everything. They cut over all the sound. So this is an 18, this is a 20, this is a 20. 14-inch hats, I love these hats. Did you hear my imitation of powdered eggs?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Very good.
That was good, wasn't it? I thought that's pretty good.
Powder eggs aren't good.
Yeah. Versus real eggs. And the difference in
Yes.
playing is amazing. So that's my cymbal setup. And then, sometimes I'll put another cymbal here or something else, this is like real basic set. 3 cymbals. I usually use 2 floors, which is a 16-18. So 12, 13, 16, 18, 24-inch kick. And so check them out. This is called the Command Series. Check them out online. Tell them Vinny sent you. You might get a free Italian sub. Okay, next question.
Was it fun to play the song Sacred Heart during that tour?
During the Sacred Heart tour, yeah, Sacred Heart was good. That's kind of mid-tempo, like. Yeah, it was all these songs are fun. I got to play some fun songs. Even out of Dio and out of Sabbath, I played with Kill Devil Hill. I played with World War III. And I was really fortunate to stay in my realm of what I play, which is heavy and dark and real eggs, let's say. I was able to keep that going in my whole career. I'm pretty lucky with that. I didn't have to go over and play some pop song with somebody that I really, my heart wasn't into. All the bands I played with were pretty damn heavy, so I like that. That's because I was born on Friday the 13th. Send your gifts to the Whaley House. Okay.
What was the last song Ronnie played?
What was the last song Ronnie played? Okay, that's a good question. And the reason why it's a good question is because in 1980, after I met Tony Iommi in the hotel, and they invited me to come meet Tony because they heard about me playing the drums. I met Tony. We got along great. He said, come down to rehearsal. And I just heard Neon Nights on the radio. Driving on the San Diego freeway, I'm like, oh, wow, that's the new Sabbath. The singer sounds great. I wasn't really following Ronnie. I've heard Man on Silver Mountain. I didn't really listen to Rainbow. I was more into Zeppelin and all sorts of stuff. And then I thought, whoa, this singer's amazing, So I heard the song, and I knew it was just a fast. And there's not really a break in it. It's the breakdown in the guitar. Then there's this thing. Phil. Solo. Guitar solo. So I got that in my head. I thought that's an easy song. They said, what do you want to play? And I wasn't a big Sabbath fan, so I didn't know all the old stuff very well. Maybe Paranoid, that was easy. But I said, how about Neon Nights? And that's the first song I played with Ronnie on the day I met him, was Neon Nights with Tony Geezer and Jeff, the keyboard player. And then the last show in Atlantic City, New Jersey, 2009. Yeah. And that was the last song we played with Ronnie. It's really weird because it was like a 30-something year journey together from the song that started it and the song ended it. And in between was all that stuff that happened. All the gigs, all the buses, all the dressing rooms, all the planes, all the food, all the Indian food. Yes, we loved Indian food too. And so that's an amazing thing, start and finish with that song. And we've moved that song around. Sometimes we open the show with it. Sometimes it was the second song. Happened to be the last song on the last tour. And that's why it wound up with being the last song with Ron. So, but boy, did he sing his ass off on that song. Cool. Okay.
Did you ever see anyone better at twirling the mic than Ronnie?
No, Ronnie was a natural. I mean, there's some great twirlers, but he might have been the first one to cut the stand legs, like I'm talking about. I mean, they were only about this big, so he used to be able to twirl that pretty good. And I don't know who else twirled. Robert Plant really didn't twirl anything. Now you can't twirl anything. Everybody's got wireless mics and stuff like that. So, who knows? Times change. Okay.
What size sticks do you use?
What size sticks? These are ChromaCast 5B. See? And I play this way, the butt end. Yeah? Let's get a heavy sound. Hold your ears, Lala. Now, if I play with the tip, it sounds a little bit less bassy, like this. Big difference, you know. So I play with the butt end. These are 5Bs turned around, like that. And what I like to feel on this side is not such a smooth wood. So usually don't do this because you might break your cymbals. Anybody from Sabian watching, turn your head away. And that dents the stick in, and I can feel the grooves that it made and the little splinter things that are coming out of it. And that gives me grip. So it doesn't have to be the cymbal, but the cymbal is conveniently here, and I'm right here. So I do use the cymbal, and I chop it up a little bit. I had this roadie one time. I said, dude, take the sticks, and I want to put grooves in it with a file. You know, okay, we're going to go get something to eat. So me and Ronnie went to get something to eat. Come back about an hour later, hour and a half, and my sticks are another. They're about like a 5A, 6A. They were like shaved down. Half of the wood was missing. I was, what's wrong with you? Crazy, dude. Luckily, I had other sticks left, so I couldn't use those. Those were like totally out of balance. Too much wood here, and then the rest of it was missing. Crazy. Okay.
Any new fills or rudiments you've been working on lately?
Any new fills? I showed this once before. I've been working on the triplet thing, like this. But I start with the right hand on the floor tom so I can get back to it like this. And what that is a triplet. Like this. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. What is it? That's it. Okay. So this hand's staying on the tom. I'm just going back and forth in a triplet feel. Oops. Now I bring this left hand over to start with the fill at the end, the last triplet, so I can crash. See, a lot of the stickings involved to get to the crash. You don't want to end up with this is like that would be a left crash if I started with the left. So this. And then another one is just going. So I'm still working. What that is just this. 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and so. Okay. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and see? Everything fast sounds a lot more complicated, you know? Where did I get that? I saw Bonzo play, I was watching some video and he was doing this. Oh, wow, I didn't realize he did that. And then he ended it his own way. So That's the thing. You watch these videos, you pick up on one thing, like the Buddy Rich thing I was talking about, and try to figure out what it is, and then work it out yourself. That's easy enough. I like these too. It's the same thing. Same thing. I like that. Okay, next question.
Why do you have your seat so low?
Why do birds start to sing when you're around? It was that Carpenter song. Why do birds suddenly appear? You want to get close to me, close to me. Take a view. Suddenly appear. See, if I played that in a way, I would play that. If the song, I used to do that when I was like 16. I had a couple of wedding gigs. And the bride and groom. I did that. Not that loud, but I got them in there, you know. Otherwise, I'd fall asleep. That stuff. Okay, what's the question?
Why do you have your seat so low?
Why do I have my seat so low? Because the further up I go, I don't have the power. I don't have the rim shots. You see? Actually, I wish it would. I can actually go a little lower on this seat. When I'm down here, got all the power, the arm, the whole thing, and my foot pedal, my leg is pretty much level across, and that's, according to Steve Smith, is the right way to play. But I believe that is, and you got to be comfortable. So my seat's that low, you know. I used to put these toms up here too years ago, but now everything's tighter since I had to get shoulder surgery like a while back. Now everything's close, so you can do this stuff. Everything's close together, so I don't have to go up here. Okay, next question.
Do you think melodically when you play, like phrasing, complementing the song?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, even the stuff I was doing before, you know, I don't just play. That's all over the place, but you go. That's melodic. I'm repeating things, you know. Repeat stuff. The good one to repeat, this is like a Bill Ward. Bill Ward from Sabbath. Totally think melodic. I think melodic when I'm practicing, when I'm playing live in the studio. You know, I like to listen to the songs before we record them and get into the song. It's like painting the picture. I don't play on top of the song, I play in the song. If you listen to a lot of stuff, the fills and a part of the song. The feel is part of the song. It's not just playing, oh, this is in 4, okay. then you wind up with powdered eggs again. So let's take one more question because Lala's tired, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You tired from all that
Yeah.
traveling?
We're doing a lot of stuff like afterwards
She
too.
does all the merch for us on the road, and
Yeah.
it's a hard job. You know?
It is. I
Right?
know.
But it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Who takes care of you?
Vinny.
Ooh. She's a lovely lady. She's beautiful. Lala Lollipop. Maybe we'll get lalalollipop.com. Okay. One more question.
How do you play with a loose snare without excessive buzz?
You hit them hard. This is the buzz. You hear it when I hit the bass drum. Because you don't hear it this way. You know, you hear it a little bit like that, but when you're playing. You don't hear it when you're hitting it hard. And that buzz, I hear the snare longer. The note is longer. It lasts longer. It's not such a clean, this kind of thing. I don't even think I do it. It's still ringing. It won't stop. I love it. Like that. So, yeah, that's the way I like it. It doesn't mean you might like it. So try it. You might like it. But it's a dirty snare. It's a dirty drum set. It's a Command Series, sawtooth drums. But I tune them, You know what happens with drums? I said this before. When you take a snare drum, isolate it, or you go in another room, just a snare drum, that sounds like a snare drum. Same thing with the tom, bass drum. But when you put the whole kit together, it becomes an orchestra. And, the snare is ringing in this tom, and that tom, and that tom. The bass drum's ringing. The whole thing, it comes alive. That's a drum kit. Individually, it sounds like a drum. Collectively, look at that word. It sounds like an instrument, a sound. It's got a sound. Everything's ringing and everything's doing its thing, and that makes it sound like a drum kit. So, times it. Okay, then. Well, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you had fun and learned a couple of things. And I'll be back next week, same time, same bat channel, and we'll have another cool show. And thanks for supporting this. I'd like to thank Sawtooth Drums, Chromacast, Joe Fuca, Kevin, Tanya, Lolly Lollipop, the Turtles, everybody who made this possible. You guys are amazing. So I'll see you next week, okay?